Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. Now, I have a very interesting topic. This is going to be a short video of my live stream that I had last night talking about women should stay with a man if they are married. If he cheats, if he commits adultery, you should stay with him if you have children. Now, let me say this first, because I had some pushback. I stand on everything I said, and I'm cool with you not agreeing with me. Then there was some who did agree with me. Let me say it like this. First, I do not approve of adultery. I do not approve of a man cheating on his wife or a woman cheating on her husband. I don't approve of it. I'm gonna say it again because sometimes people have hard hearing here. I do not approve of adultery. Now let me get into what I gotta say. If a woman is married to a man, and if that man commits infidelity, adultery, and there's children in that household, that woman should not divorce him. That woman should not leave him. That woman should stay put and give those children the opportunity to experience living in a two-parent household, because most of us grew up in single-parent households. And when children are raised by a single mother, the numbers, the statistics clearly state that majority of the time these children have behavioral problems. They're more likely to engage in risky sexual behavior. They're more likely to join gangs. They're more likely to do drugs. They're more likely to go to prison. There's all kinds of things that children are most likely to go through when there's a single parent home. Now, ladies, if the man that you're married to, if he is a good provider, if he is a good protector, even if you work, he does everything else. He checks off every box that he needs to check off as a husband, as a real man, and he commits adultery. You should stay your ass in that relationship. If you cheat on him doing it, it's on you. But you should not put yourself over those children. I'm looking about the children, because a lot of you women, you get hurt, and because you're hurt, you're trying to hurt your husband by taking away his kids because he stepped out on you. So when you're hurting your husband, you're actually causing trauma to your children. You are traumatizing your children. Imagine if you was your child 8, 9, 10 years old, 13, 12, and all they know is that their mama and daddy are together. They might see you fight, whatever. But when you say, I'm divorcing your father and I'm going to remove you away from your father, you are traumatizing those children who have lived years with their fathers. So again, and I stand on this, if you have children, if you don't have any children, you separate, if that's what you want to do. But if you have children and your husband cheats on you, you stay your happy ass in that relationship. If you need marital counseling, yes, get it. If you need therapy, get it. If you need to see a psychiatrist, go see one. Both of y'all go to couples therapy, whatever you need to do after the act of infidelity has taken place. But don't you hurt your children and destroy their childhoods because you're hurt. Women today are so emotional that they allow their emotions to dictate the relationship. Now, this is a reaction video. I'm going to get these women who say the same thing I'm saying. But let me ask you this first. If a good man commits adultery, is he no longer a good man? Or is he a bad man? Because a lot of you say if a man does something like that, he's a bad man. Is he a bad man, or is he just someone who did a bad thing? Because that's two different things. Because when you say a man is bad, you're talking about him as a whole. You're talking about his entire character as if he's a rotten, evil person. Now, I made references before, and I'm going to do it again. King David, he wanted another man's wife. She came up, she committed adultery with King David. King David was wrong for that. King David lied to her husband Uriah, tried to trick him, and also had him deleted, had his life taken, because he didn't want anyone to find out that his wife was committing adultery and was with child. Now, after he repented, remember, God took that child, the first child, but he repented. God still recognizes him as a good man or a great man afterward, didn't he? He even gave him Solomon. That was the second baby that was supposed to come from Bathsheba, because that child was made out of adultery. But when Uriah was gone and God forgave him, he still blessed him and still used David. Now, people ask me about that Bible scripture. Look it up. It's in there. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to get into this reaction video right now. I want you to actually hear other women. These are women saying this, not just me, that agree with what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second as I pull it up for you. I forgot to put it on the screen. There we go. Let's get it.
But like, you've already invested 20 years of your life with this man. Should you leave him? Hello, my name is Carla, and restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. So we found out he cheated, but we have kids, investments, health insurance, life insurance, cars. What should we do? I wish I could say to leave him, but at some point we need to be smarter and not think with this. This is for the women that get it, that understand where I'm coming from, and that know their value, but because they know their value in their hard work, they decide to stay. That doesn't mean that you're gonna let him walk all over you because he cheated on you. No. But we need to understand that just because the man that you were with cheats on you and you find out, does not necessarily mean that the best choice is to leave. And it sounds counterintuitive, right? But sometimes we need to think about our retirement plans. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just being realistic here. We aren't gonna get the years back, and we can't turn back time and start all over.
Now, I want you to understand what she's saying. Now, that's a woman who is telling you straight up that you should stay with your man because you're not getting those years back. You got car insurance, you got mortgaging, you got things tied up in your name with him. You got children because he stepped out. Now, there's still going to be some fool out there. Oh, you shouldn't do it. You should never cheat. Ah! Like, that's why I said what I said in the beginning. I do not approve of adultery. But some of you are kind of slow, because in an ideal, perfect world, nobody cheats. But if you look at the statistics, men and women both cheat. Men and women commit adultery. So since we know that to be factual, don't you think we need to know what to do if it happens? Now, I got to cut the music down on this one right here so you can actually hear, because these two clips are kind of low. I want you to hear these women, what they say. Let's get it started. Listen very carefully.
Why are you leaving your man if he cheats on you? If your man comes home, pays all the bills, takes care of the kids, deals with your ups and downs, and he steps out, you're going to leave him? You're going to leave him for the next woman who might put up with that. And all he's going to do is find another woman and do the same thing, and you're going to be independent.
And that's what you want, to be independent? Again, if there's children involved and he's doing everything else he's supposed to be doing in that marriage, if you find out that he's cheated on you, you should not leave that man. A lot of you don't know what it means to be committed, because you attach your heart to everything. Commitment has nothing to do with emotions. Commitment is self-discipline. If you took vows before God and people and you said you're going to be with this man through good and bad, ups and downs, for better and for worse, it don't get no worse than that. You're supposed to stay there. That's a vow. That's an oath that you took. That's a commitment that you said that you were going to stand by. So you stay with that man.
Would you rather have independence, start all over in this dating pool with piss in it, than forgive your man and move forward? Come on, ladies, tell me. Let me know below. Why would you stay, or why would you leave a man who cheats?
Yeah, why would you? Why would you do it? And I'm going to give you some OG knowledge from an old woman from the generations that knew how to make families stay together. An old woman, probably in her 70s or 80s, is going to tell you. Because back in 1960s and the 60s and the 50s, before the 70s, black people stayed together. And you don't think they were committing adultery and messing up? There was some people who had whole families down the road from where they staying at. A whole different woman with different children. Now, if the man is not bringing you back any STDs, if he's not bringing or having any children outside of your marriage, and he's not bringing it to where it's disrespectful to you, if he does it or if he did it, you need to stay there for the children. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know it hurts, but this is a very adult episode that you're watching right now. This is real talk that we're talking about. And I'm fine with people disagreeing. I went to war, I went to Afghanistan to protect your right to disagree. And I have no issues with a disagreement. I have no issues with people who don't, agree with me. It's cool. We all men here. We all adults. We can get along. We can peacefully disagree. This is just my point of view. I'm thinking about the children. A lot of you think about yourselves. That's what you're doing. I'm hurt. I don't think it's right. And it hurts, and I know it's not right. But should the children suffer because you're hurt? Let's play this.
You don't? No. You don't ever worry about whether or not your man has got other women? No?
Not if he's doing what he's supposed to do at home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why would I worry?
Because I would think you would want him to yourself. You don't want to have to share no man with another woman.
Well, how would you ever know the difference?
Well, I don't know.
Well, if you look for the difference, you'd probably find it. But to me, you just waste a lot of your time that you could be doing something you like to do, but trying to follow some man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
you got the best advice. You're so smart.
If he got somebody else, and what if I found out what am I going to do?
Leave.
And go where?
I don't know.
See, I want you to notice something. There was a younger girl answering that question now. Now, that's the mentality of the younger women today. Leave, quit, give up, run off, just skedaddle, get. Now, they always throw that out. Leave, girl, leave him. Find something better. But then that older lady asked her, where would I go? Or what would I do? There's never no plan behind that shit that these women say. Girl, you need to drop him, get his friend, sleep with his friend, get somebody else. But they never give you a sensible plan. Just tell you to go do some BS out there. You go out there and do it. Now you find out that there's piss in the dating pool. You go out there looking for something. You get a man that can't even do half the stuff that the other man could do for you. Or you may get a man that treats you worse, may actually give you STDs. Now, here's the thing about this, so funny to me. Women who get married and get cheated on by their husbands, that is not the first time they ever been cheated on. They have been in multiple relationships where they had men that cheat on them, right? Hold on. So my thing is, why is it that women will stay with a pookie who they know is cheating on them, who's giving them STDs, maybe, having babies with other women, maybe, verbally abuses them, physically abuses them, treat them like doo-doo, and stay with that man? Stay with him. He cheats all the time. Sleeping with your family members, sleeping with your closest friends, sleeping with your co-workers, but you stay with him. But when you get a good dude who's all about his business, you put this crazy requirement on that man. Okay, well, you don't do none of the things that Pookie do. You don't hit me. You don't talk bad to me. You don't have babies out. You don't give me STDs. You're gainfully employed. You protect me. You take care of me. You let me work if I want to, and you still take care of everything. You do all these great things for me, but you better not cheat on me. The moment you cheat on me, it's over. Make that make sense to me. You put up with all these different, that's why most of you have all this emotional baggage and all these traumas now, because you chose to stay in relationship with cheating men. You chose to stay in relationship with thugs and street running men. You chose that. So now, after you don't have 2 or 3 different babies from 2 or 3 different baby daddies, or just a child from one other man, when you meet a man who is childless or whatever he got going on, you want to put this unreasonable belief on him? He can't do it. He's wrong. I'm going to divorce him, take half his stuff, keep the children away from him. But you wasn't doing that for the thug dude out there. So make that make sense. So again, if you have children, do not leave that man. Do not break up that household because your husband cheated. One more clip and we be done. I want you to hear what this lady had to say right here. Pretty interesting. to make sure I got it on the screen first before I play it for you. One moment. Sorry about that, gentlemen. I keep getting that mixed up sometimes. There you go.
I've been the girl that a lot of good men, husbands, and boyfriends have cheated on their girls with.
Really?
So many. Really, really good people.
When you were in the industry?
When I was in the industry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And people who's been married for their whole lives and they're still cheating on their wives. And they take care of their family. They take care of their kids. They take care of their wives. It's just hard for me to believe that a man's going to be with one.
I want you to hear him. She's like the mistress or the side chick, whatever you want to call her. She said that these are really good men who take care of their families, but they step out. Again, I do not approve of adultery. I do not approve of adultery. I do not approve of anyone cheating and betraying people, breaking trust. I do not approve of that. But let's be adults here. Let's be realistic here. We know these things happen. So what do we do when these things happen? That's what I've been trying to say. Now, I had a very intelligent black lady call into my show last night, and she gave a very, very good point of view from a woman's perspective about this topic that I'm speaking about with you today. Go to my live stream of yesterday, and it's about I say the same thing. Women should stay if a man cheat. I think his name and title, but just go back to yesterday. Go back to my live stream yesterday and watch it when she comes on. It's a lot of sense. She made a lot of sense of what she said about that. Okay. Also, before I let you go, I will have another live stream today at 5:15 talking about commitment. But this is not about relationships, really. It's about how we need to be committed to ourselves before we commit to other people. And that's a lot of ground to cover there. So when you get the opportunity, come check me out. And you know I'm going to bring it to you raw. And I am, you know. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one now, you hear?